but
It's interesting.
yeah, probably.
Have you put a finger down to why you do it more than other people? Is it just because you want to more than?
I guess competitiveness is one of my biggest strengths. So I don't want to lose. That's mainly
For a frame of reference. Well, I don't know. I had a wrestling, just a fun little wrestling match. Just kind of whatever. I think I had you around I went in for like a takedown on you, and then you didn't want to go to ground. Like I just couldn't get you, and it's weird because you weigh 78.
Yeah.
78 kilos.
No, mate, 73.
73?
72, I think.
Maybe now you're putting on a bit of size, might be.
Oh, yeah, it's better now, mate. Don't want to see that.
And I'm about 100. I couldn't take you down. I think maybe because, I think I said it to someone before, I think it's because you much rather, like, you don't want to lose, like, losing is like last result, right? You don't want to get taken down.
Yeah.
Like, I much rather just nullify or just be even than actually lose, right? Is that something that you think?
Yeah, basically. So I got done a few times trying to get taken down, like obviously with my leg. It's probably how I got it.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to go down. Ended up getting a free kick from it though. Probably not worth it. But
yeah, and then tried hobbling off the field as well.
Yeah, that was.
You stood up actually, for the people who didn't know, you obviously had a broken leg, like I said before, but you actually ran off the ground.
Yeah.
You hobbled off the ground.
Yeah, I went to go off, and then they came off, and I was going off. So
and they told you to take your free kick, and you're like, no, I can't do it.
No, I can't do that. And then I went down to change rooms, got it strapped.
You thought, then you strapped your ankle, tried to come.
And then I got up, and I was like, nah, this thing's bugging. It's not going to work today.
And that obviously speaks to your competitiveness as well. Did you think? Have you ever thought about what kind of drove that competitiveness? Like, did it come from playing, or where did it come from? Really,
I guess when you're small, you get told a lot. Obviously, every small bloke would know this. You obviously get told a lot. You're not going to go anywhere with your footy. So I guess that's a pretty big drive and motivation. Seeing all these tall guys getting gifted like AFL opportunities, and then I'm just stuck with probably as much talent in that as them, but I'm just smaller. So that's been a pretty big push for me, I think. But I guess just in the family, like my brothers, my dad, they're the same. All pretty motivated people, competitive wise.
How many brothers do you have? Two others, so you're the third?
Yeah.
Are you your middle or you're the youngest?
No, youngest. So that's probably why as well. Youngest child. Get pushed around a bit.
I've got this book I haven't read it yet. It's called The Talent Code, and it's about what the blurb kind of describes it as. It's how competitiveness and talent isn't, you're not born with it. It's kind of nurtured through life. You kind of feel that that's kind of the same in your kind of experience.
A little bit, yeah.
Kind of the environment around you. You kind of adapted to that?
I guess because they both played football as well. So, like, I don't know. It's a tough one, though. So, they're both different bodies as well. Roman's like a hard nut, but he doesn't really know how to find the footy in Paris. I mean, he wouldn't want to watch this. Paris is probably a bit softer, but he's quick on the outside. So, I've had both of them teaching me different things. But
yeah, right. Interesting.
So, that's helped me a bit.
Are you the most talented out of the two?
What, on the footy field?
Oh, just it was on the footy field. Oh, clearly.
Probably. I think. But I think I had that work ethic that's driven me. Footy's always what I've wanted to do. But off field, they're probably just as talented or more. Like Roman's a carpenter now. He's just bought a house, so he's driven for that. So
I guess it's all goal based, right?
Yeah. So when we drive to something, we usually succeed.
Stick through it, and that's interesting. Was there ever a moment in your life or career where you had to, like, there was because I did, my experience did like karate and that, and the grading and all this sort of stuff worked as a kind of motivator for like life in general. Like you
been pushed back.
Yeah, no, not being pushed back, but like you have a white belt and then you go up and you grade to, brown belt level 1, and then you go level 2, level 3, then you get your yellow belt and you go up through that. And it's having each kind of milestone and goal, and then succeeding in that makes you, okay, let's go to the next one, because the feeling of success feels good. Is that kind of similar?
Has that kept me motivated to keep going? I guess I just want to get to the top. So that's probably the biggest motivation. Like, get somewhere, obviously be happy with myself. Like, played Colts game. That's cool. But that's not enough. And now I've played league and I'm like, yeah, that's good. But I want to play good in league. And I want to be one of the better players and I want to win games. So, I'm still driving now to get to top
interesting.
level.
So your first year in senior football, 2019?
2018.
2018.
Yeah.
Oh, that was your...
End of 2018. So start 2019.
2019 was your first kind of season, right? Then 2020, second in the fairest and best.
Yeah. Yeah,
Do you put that down to like that progression in kind of in your game? You've put that down to you see the next step. Like you always, okay, I'm happy with what I'm doing. I want to keep getting better.
Yeah, 2019 was good because I was only a midfielder going in, so I've only played mid all my life because I've been in pretty average teams. So I've been able to play mid and I play well. And then I've come to league footy in 2019 mainly, and Bill's first year, and he put me forward, and I was like, oh, this isn't where I want to be. Like I haven't played forward before, but it's definitely, that's been one of the best years for me because it's taught me another position, playing forward. So I was just a defensive forward. I only kicked 3 goals. So it's weird getting a second in the BNF from only kicking 3.
What year
so
in 2019 do you remember where you placed in the first and best?
2019.
In 2019. You
Been pretty low, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Because obviously your first full season.
Yeah.
Did you feel like out of place? Because obviously you're such a small guy and
a little bit. So the club was still getting cleaned up a bit, so it was still pretty tough to fit in a bit and introduce myself to the older blokes. But getting played every game definitely got a bit of respect.
Yeah, right. Is it intimidating against the bigger guys in the opposition team? Because obviously they might not.
Yeah, coming up against Subi is probably the most, not even intimidating, but I get pretty excited. Like I can't wait to play because especially this year, that was like one of the toughest games I've been a part of. Just going up against big blokes like Greg Clark's, double min, strong, and then Lee Kitchen. They're also tough, and like the tackle counts. There was 3 or 4 blokes with 10 tackles.